positions when you sleep on the concrete. I'll show you here. There's this one. There's this one. And there's this one.
What did you think of him when you first came into the gym?
I wasn't sure. He says, I hitchhiked all the way from British Columbia because I wanted to train here. You're out of your mind. When you hitchhiked to come here, why, right?
He hitchhiked all the way down from British Columbia 7 days just to come train at this gym, saying that he wants to be world champion.
Right now, I feel I'm at 10% of my ability. I think 10% of my ability is enough to clean up Canada. He says it takes 3.5 years to get a shot at the Canadian title. Fuck. I'll go a different way. They say you gotta do it this way, they say you gotta do it that way. No. I'll do it whatever way I gotta do it. It's not easy what I'm about to do, you know, it's tough, it's hard.
And what are you about to do?
What am I about to do? I'm gonna become the heavyweight champion of the world.
Dude, what is that you have over there?
What? That's my note to myself. Every time I leave the house, it stares me right in the face. Fuck, I can't wait to get in the ring, I'll tell you. Oh. I've been working on my overhand right. It's a deadly punch. Fuck, I'll tear some guy's head off when I land it.
In 2006, I was living in a crappy apartment building in the Mile End district of Montreal.
Left hook, right hook. That's a powerful combination, too.
I wanted to be a filmmaker.
Oh,
Clay Peters moved into the apartment below me.
how's that?
He wanted to fight James Toney,
Keep your hands up.
the heavyweight champion of the world.
So how did you get here, man?
It took me 7 days. I did 27 rides. I slept in the ditch. I slept on the side of the road. I got stuck in a place called Long Lock, Ontario for a day and a half. It just about killed me. I ate ketchup, mustard, relish packets. At the truck stops, I took the peanut butter, the cheese whiz, the honey, and the fucking jam. I ate those with my fingers. Like, that was the treat, though. The ketchup packets and mustard, it can get a little testy at times. Now I'll show you where I slept. Beautiful spot. Beautiful spot.
A week before I met him, Clay was homeless and living on the streets of Montreal's own port.
For a while, I was competing with this one guy to get here because sometimes if I was too late, I'd come around the corner and he'd have my spot. And here it is. It's a good spot. There's 3 things about sleeping outside. 1, you need some good plastic. Because you put the plastic down. Then you put the one blanket down. Then you put your blankets over top. Then you put the plastic over top to keep the wind out. And use your pack sack as a pillow. This is it. Home sweet home. I was a gifted athlete my whole life. I mean, I played semi-pro hockey. I mean, I was one of 2 high school students to play Division I rugby, and I had awesome boxing skills. So I always felt my potential was like this. But because of the drugs and the alcohol, I was only ever achieving fucking smidgen. And that's what scares me. I don't wanna go to my deathbed wondering what if I could have done something, and what if I could have made a difference, and what if I could have exacted some change and helped some young people or somebody else from not making the mistakes that I did. So, you know, that's why I'm here. We're here. This is the ring. Ring 83. place.
What did you think of him when you first came into the gym?
I thought it was on crack at first.
What did you think?
I thought it was a joke, you know. This guy comes from BC in our gym just to fight. Then you see him started hitting the bag.
The guy really wants to be world champion. He really wants to.
Is that what he says?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the time.
All the time?
Yeah.
That's what he's here for.
It's a little crazy, but you know, you gotta be crazy to be boxing.
But he's training hard, he's doing his work, and hopefully he'll be the next champion of the world.
I started coaching in 1979. So, I mean, I've seen them all, right? I've been to every national championship since then. I've been to the juniors, the seniors, the intermediates, every Olympic trials. Who are you? I had no idea, right? You would think I'd met him at some point before. Nothing. When the first time I saw him, I was, all right, it's fine if you came here. Train. I mean, you hitchhiked all the way here. Go ahead, train.
He's gonna destroy every and anyone that steps in front of him. That is the talk.
So what do you think about people that don't take you serious, man? That think you're just fucking full of shit?
Well, it's no problem. I'm used to it. Like I said, I mean, you want to be an alcoholic and a drug user and all that, and, you know, tell people you're going to be the heavyweight champion of the world. What would you think? Some fucking guy sitting there telling you that? I mean, you're going to laugh at him. But that's all right. That never really bothered me because I knew I'd get here. I knew I'd be here.
Brother man, so where are you here?
Here, this is you could call this my job. This is St. Michael's mission. This is the mission I volunteer work at. I do the laundry, I help with the cleanup. You know, I just help out. Basically, I'm able to train like a madman and live and eat with no income. This is my domain. This is where I do my laundry. On Mondays, the laundry is particularly nasty because they've been sleeping out for the weekend and that. So sometimes the socks and that, not very pretty. We get the bleach. Must kill the bugs. The laundry never ends here. Chicken noodle.
Do you take food for a day or a couple of days?
Well, now that it's the weekend, I'll take food for a couple of days. 2 tuna, that's 66 grams of protein altogether. That's good food. Protein, carbohydrates. First step for me is just to keep training. It's not easy what I'm about to do, you know. It's tough, it's hard. Fighting is the easy part. Hell, you get in there and fight. It's over, it's done. If I can get in the ring, this will do its talking for itself. And I believe when I get in the ring, I think that'll be the first day of the rest of my life.
And that's the evening?
That's the 7 a.m. till 1 p.m. shift.
Dude, those shoes, I love those shoes.
They're patched up good today.
Did you get the shoes?
A lot of miles on those suckers. I even blew a tire out the back. Biggest thing is now I had to start taping over the tread because I had to make like a new sole. My dad wanted me to be a floor lighter, wanted me to grow up and, you know, be a businessman and that. I've always believed that's not my story, that's not my path. I'll go a different way. They say you gotta do it this way, they say you gotta do it that way. No. I'll do whatever way I gotta do it. I'm gonna get in such good shape in the next year that there's not a heavyweight in the world that will ever be able to catch up to me. I'm gonna be so far ahead, they'll always be behind. That's it, that's all. That's Calvin. For a young guy with aspirations, he's not very serious, and he should be. It's a serious sport. Now he's serious. That's what I like to see. He's a good fighter. The 38 fights. How old are you now, Kev? 15. He's 15.
He's the next champion of the world.
Thanks. And so is he. He's a good kid. His dad's a carpet layer and a floor layer, just like my dad. So, you know what I mean? We kind of hit it off that way, too. He's got a couple posters on the wall there, too, if you want to. He's on the left. He's a good fighter.
I think what broke the ice with us and reassured me that it didn't really matter what he had done before in his past in boxing. What reassured me was his character. He's like a big, teddy bear, right? He's a soft guy, he's a nice guy, and he was comfortable with the kids right away. And I gained a certain amount of respect and trust for him when I put him in with some of my novice kids. Then I said, you know what? This guy's got some boxing in him. He understands the game. I know how long it takes to develop a fighter. I know how long it takes for a fighter to develop. The top-notch amateurs in the world, the Olympic game gold medalists, take 3 years before they fight for a world title. And that's at an accelerated rate. Have there been fighters who have started late and attained a certain amount of respect? Absolutely. Have there been guys with less talent than that who have gone on and had a certain amount of success? Yes. And I said to him, look, the odds are against you, brother. You know that. And he said, yeah, but he feels he can do it.
Clay is impatient. He wants to be world champion, and he wants to be world champion now. Russ tells him he's not ready. He needs to train another year before Russ will even consider letting him fight professionally in Quebec, let alone be world champion. Clay decides he's doing things his way and begins to organize his own boxing event across the country in his hometown of 100 Mile House, British Columbia. In Russ's 37 years as a coach, this is unprecedented. A fighter has never produced his own boxing event.
When this hits the paper and people know that it's real, then I can canvass the town, advertising some businesses in the program. And maybe I'm fighting a guy from Winnipeg. His name is Marcelo Aravino. He's a big Italian by the sounds of it, Marcelo Aravino, doesn't get any more Italian than that. I think I could sell it out, 1,317 seats? I don't think that should be a problem, do you?
We're coming up to Clay's first fight. What are the positive things that you're looking for in terms of that fight and what you want to see him accomplish?
He's got to get his feet wet. He's got to pop the cherry in that first one. I don't expect it to be as graceful as he might think. I don't think it's going to be as smooth and pretty as he might think, because it's your first pro fight.
Is this it for tonight? Nobody else is coming?
But it's just a warm-up.
Yeah, but I warmed up 2.5 hours ago, for fuck's sakes. Got my own winning strategy. Two things are gonna happen in this fight. I'm gonna come in the first round, use my very good jab and foot movement, dominate him with the jab in the first round, just beat him up. Or I'm gonna go there, destroy the man inside of a round. People will know what I'm all about. Guess what? It's gonna make it a lot easier when I get back here to get promoters on my side and people in my corner. Because I think in a year from June 24th, I'll be fighting James Toney.
I was becoming concerned.
I'm just gonna get it done. Cuz
Clay was already talking about fighting the reigning world champion, James Toney, and he hadn't even had his first fight yet.
Why a quick fix?
this ain't a quick fix. This is 20 years in the making. I'm not here on a whim.
20 years? You don't have one fight yet, bro.
What? I got 3. I've been in more fights than I can remember. And I don't care what anybody says, boxing, hey, let's go back to the 1800s. It was called prize fighting. Now let's get it right. Boxing is all well and good, but when it comes right down to it, it's a glorified fist fight.
Clay spent a number of years fighting in tough man competitions, but unlike pro boxing, these competitions have very few rules. Pretty much anyone in any condition can fight. Because these fights are unsanctioned, they're not seen as credible by the pro boxing community. They basically do nothing for your career as a pro boxer.
How many tough man competitions you been in?
I fought like 15 of those fights. That's when I was 320 pounds for the one of them, though. 330, 300. The one fight I had was when I told you that story when I did that 8-ball of Coke and drank 38 beers with my buddy, and then I fought. The only reason I like to be able to box good is so I can get inside and fucking brutalize you. That's what I want to do. I'm bigger, I'm stronger, I'm meaner, and I'm a bully in there. And that's how I like to fight. I got in this little argument with Russ. I don't think they understand how much I train, how hard it is. I do train. They just don't get it.
But how is it that your first fight's coming up next month and they don't know how hard you train? I mean, aren't they your trainers?
Well, yes, but no. In a way, I'm untrainable.
Who is taking care of you physically in terms
I
of...
train me.
Do you have a trainer, yes or no?
No. I'm used to a fighter's coach like my old coach, Kelly Ricketts, who I hope will be my coach too again here.
How long ago was it that you actually spoke to Kelly?
98, 97, 98. 10 years.
Almost 10 years ago was the last time you spoke.
Yeah.
So you don't even know if this guy is still in the business.
No, but that doesn't matter. He is in the business of boxing. He coached me.
Clay, you haven't spoken to this man in almost 10 years.
I know.
And you're sitting here on tape telling me he's going to be your coach. Isn't that a little weird?
No.
Why not?
Because he's my coach. There is no other. That's why I'm uncoachable. There's only one guy that can coach me, train me, and do it, and help me to my maximum. That's Kelly Ricketts Sr.
Shortly after I started the gym, I met Clay. His desire was to just be a champion from the very beginning. That synchronicity between the two of us was that, one, he knew I genuinely cared about him. I love Clay, just like a son. And he knew that, and that allowed me allowances that nobody else was gonna have. Clay's first fight, he was 17 years old. Clay had very devastating power, and that was evident. And I think because of his age, most kids that may have been able to glove up against him, I think their coaches were saying, we stay away from this guy. Clay can throw a really good ball in the right hand, and he can get it there fast. Well, a lot of fighters do that. They'll throw their punches, and then they'll kind of stand and look at the reward. Well, the reward's getting hit back. Clay got hit, but he also was showing, throw my combinations, get out. Throw my combinations, get out, slip. That's incredible for a young fighter. And anybody who sees this will go, there's no way that was his first fight. It was his first fight. He'd never competed, ever.
Within a few amateur fights, Clay became the BC Golden Gloves champion.
Well, that gave him the opportunity to go and fight in the Canadian Championships, which he did, and became the Canadian Super Heavyweight champ. It might have been a little bit too much for him so quickly, and he kind of got it in his head like, hey, I'm the Super Heavyweight champion, and that could destroy anybody if you start thinking you're more than you are at any given time. I didn't have a lot of contact with Clay from that point on for a while. He stayed in the gym a little bit, got involved in other things, and we kind of lost track for a while with him.
How's that, man?
Fucking good. Fuck, 257 today.
Why'd you go back up?
Because I've been...
Come on, tell the truth.
Because I ate chocolate. And lots of it. The diet's the hardest thing to control. Because I love food. I do. Fuck, I love it. It's tough though. Dude, this is good shit. My whole life, like, too, I've been fighting something, fighting my parents, fighting drugs, fighting alcohol, fighting in the street, fist fighting. I talk about penance, and enough's enough. I'm gonna go good for a while and clean up and start training and get focused. And just as I'm starting to feel it and get better, and 7, 8 months, 9 months of doing that, I'd fucking flush it all down the toilet. I'd go and I'd party or something, and then it wouldn't stop.
Why?
I don't know. My parents had split up, and for 8, 9, 10 years, I got my fucking dad this year. Your mother this, your sister that, your mother this. I got my mom, my sister this year. Your fucking father this, your father that for fucking years.
After Clay's parents separated, he spent a lot of time with the neighbors, the Atkins.
Mrs. Atkins. Most beautiful person in the world I've ever known in my life. She knew who I was. I was gonna do some floors for her. She had paid me the money to buy the floors, and I spent the money on cocaine and booze. And I wasn't able to do the floor. And I wasn't able to face her. But in the end, what did I give to her? No fucking floor, spent the money on fucking drugs. How more low life can you get? Not very fucking much in my books. And then when she got cancer, now I'm gonna go and tell her how I feel and tell her I was miserable because of what I did. How can I be so selfish, It hurts me, That one hurts the most. Because I know what love feels like because of her. I know, because I loved her. Premium seat tickets on sale now at Lee's Custom Flooring. This is my newspaper article for the 100 Mile Free Press. Can I borrow the phone?
Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna call Judy right now. How's the lighting, better?
Yeah.
Hello, Judy. How's it going? Okay, so here's the newspaper article I've written. Longtime 100 Mile resident Clay Peters is set to fight pro boxing debut June 24th at 100 Miles Canland Arena. The fight card will include ultimate fighting, kickboxing, boxing, culminating in Peters' main event showdown. There will be approximately 1,400 seats available, with premium seat tickets on sale now at Lee's Custom Flooring. See Judy McKenzie. Peters says he is proud to be a 100 miler and looks forward to representing 100 Mile House on the world stage in boxing. How's that sound? Okay, thanks. Bye.
Clay's been in contact with Judy, his dad's office manager at the flooring shop back in BC.
So what happened when the first time you talked to Judy?
Oh, I've been talking to Judy all the time. And I could tell she had been talking to my dad. Because the next time I talked to her, she was questioning, well, you really think you can do this? And I don't think you, blah, blah, blah. She probably told him what I was going to do, and instantly, of course, it's not going to work, and, it's never going to go. And, the same old story, why don't you get in the real world? And, that's what he'd say to me. Of course, the fight's not going to work. There's only one way to make a living, and that's with the flooring company and have a store. That's for my dad. The time is now. The window of opportunity is now. This is it. I'm the guy I should have been doing this 15 years ago because this is my destiny in life. That's it. If my dream and the right path and everything I'm on now blows up in my face in the last 2 weeks, you know what I mean? Because, oh, here's old Clay, you know, that fucking idiot. Just one more thing, one more failure, you know what I mean? It would kill me. Absolutely, it would kill me.
That's why it's not gonna happen.
That's why it's not gonna happen. Because I believe. And it's true. I keep getting signs. And somehow, the Virgin Mary got hooked to my coat while I was at the St. Michael's mission. And I've kept it there ever since. You know? But I'm thinking to myself, you know, you call it what you want, I'll call it a sign because, you know, she hooked up onto my coat because I am on the right path and I am doing the right thing. But I don't need hope. I don't need luck. I just need to stay on the path I'm on. Because in the end, that will deliver me my redemption. And I know it. I've always known it.
We joined Clay in BC 2 weeks before the fight. He'd been promoting it a full week before we arrived. In fact, he was so busy, his father Lee had to come pick us up. It was nice to finally see the infamous family business Clay had talked so much about.
I got my posters, how they look.
You got them? Open them up.
They look pretty good, eh? There's one on the door.
When did you get them? Yeah.
Today, this morning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool, dude. So that's what I
Good.
How you doing?
All right, let's do this.
Car coming.
Good. Okay, I'm gonna put the posters up.
Right on, let's see.
While we were postering, Clay got a call from Mad Dog, his opponent's agent.
Please, Lord, please, Lord, please, Lord. Mad Dog Clay here. Good, how's it going? What's the little problem? Hopefully it's just a little problem. Really? No. Fuck. And they're not gonna be out of jail? Fuck. Or they, oh well, it's none of my concern what they're involved with. You know any other heavyweights? Okay, I'll call you back.
So what happened?
Well, I'm not fighting Marcelo Aravina.
What the hell happened, man?
Apparently he's in jail.
Doing what?
Doing time. Oh, this is a fucking disaster.
Don't worry, man. Don't fucking panic and freak out.
I'm fucking panicking, alright?
He said that he's gonna find you someone, man.
Yeah, but how many fucking times I've heard that from him? He told me he's had fights for me before and he could never fucking pull it off.
What are you telling me, man? That there might not be a fight?
Fucking disaster!
Don't worry, man. It'll, you'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
There he is right there, Winnipeg Banditos. Dwight Mooshie, 36, Marcelo Aravina, and one-time police constable. All longtime Winnipeg residents face 8 murder charges each. Fucking unbelievable, my guy's in jail for connection with 8 murders.
Dude, you were fighting a badass, man.
Oh. Damn, that hurts. find me an opponent, please. Left, follow that truck. We'll go to Dale's. What a downer. I look like an idiot. Fucking idiot. You have no idea how bad I look. As far as everybody knows, I'm still fighting Marcelo Arena. I'm going to still promote it. This happens all the time. But it wasn't supposed to happen to me. Because fate wasn't supposed to interject like this. But obviously, I haven't done things totally like I should have done, because this wouldn't be fucking happening if I had. The Lord's punishing me again.
Or he's challenging.
He's hurting me right now, let me tell you. I'm beat down. Okay, let's roll. Jerry, how's it going? I mean, I'm desperate. I need a guy, you know what I mean? Like, for the guy that's fighting me, like I said, I'd be willing to pay it. I mean, the money's gonna be there, right? So that will help, you know, that might help guys want to come up and step up and fight, right? Okay, Jerry, I'll call you back Sunday at noon then. Okay, so okay, thanks, bud. Bye. Bye. Can't believe it.
For $2,500, someone's gonna fight you next week. I'm telling you.
$2,500.
It's normally $1,500, but I'll sell the tickets. The ticket sales are going. I got offers.
Jesus Christ, Clayton. If you don't have a fighter,
I know.
you're gonna fucking break me. Unbelievable.
You got a big fucking
I didn't
mouth.
even tell your dad it was $2,500.
I'm trying to pull a miracle together here. Doesn't everybody understand that? No, I have a fucking past history that's not fucking good. Fuck. If the fights don't happen, my dad's gonna be hanging on to 10, holding $10,000.
I'm scared for you, bro.
Scared for me what?
Usually when someone is down like you, and with your history,
Oh, fuck, I'm fine. I'm not down. Everything should be fine.
you know, you end up fucking up.
Go left. I'm not gonna fuck up. I'm just gonna walk over, think, get an ice cream fucking sandwich, fucking do some more thinking, walk back, do some more
I want to
thinking.
be there with you.
Why? For what?
Because.
Because why?
Because you're in a tough spot.
I'm not! Fuck! I don't want you to come. Is that a problem?
I was concerned about how these stresses were affecting Clay. I didn't want to leave him alone because I feared he might fall off the wagon. We still lost him that night anyway. We caught up with him the next morning, however, back at his dad's apartment.
So what happened, man? Like, I was waiting for you yesterday to call Jerry. Where the hell were you? Where were you? What are you doing today, man? You got a fight on Saturday. You're not allowed to be fucking slacking. It's 9. Are you gonna be sparring today?
Yeah, 5:30. Okay, now turn that fucking thing off. Good afternoon, Lee's Flooring. Jerry, how's it going?
You know what? I got a guy coming in.
Okay.
He's a tough guy. I mean, he's no Marcelo Arena, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
But, he'll come to fight. He'll put on a hell of a show.
Okay.
I'll offer him $1,500. They said yes, okay.
Okay.
So I should be in there tonight around 10 o'clock.
Tonight? Okay, Jerry. We'll see you tonight.
Yeah, call me at 8 o'clock.
Okay, we'll do. Okay, bye. Jerry's coming to town tonight. He's leaving at 1 o'clock. Let's get to these guys. Okay, I need some hotels. It's all coming together, boys. It's all coming together.
So now you feel confident we're gonna go all out with the posters tomorrow?
Yeah. Jerry will make sure there's somebody here for me to fight. Go, Elias. Drive, Jeeves. No back talk. We make a good team. Fuck, you're a pain in the ass. And hello, so am I. Yeah.
Rowdy.
Yeah, thanks.
Right on, buddy. That's awesome.
To tell the truth, I don't want a huge interview, but I guess here it is. This is your big debut.
Mm-hmm.
And
I had a credible opponent. He had 40 pro fights. I grabbed the clicker, I flipped 3 channels down. It goes to the news. And who do I see on the news but my guy I'm supposed to be fighting, his cornerman, and another guy that are charged in connection with the Banditos internal cleansing back in Ontario. 8 counts of murder.
First-degree murder.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think that whole thing, is that going to have any impact at all?
I'm gonna be the heavyweight champion of the world. I know it. It's my destiny, it's my path. And through that, I'm gonna fight my own little war on drugs and alcohol, and that's through education of the young, and I'm gonna use sport as my vehicle to do it. Either way, I'm not stopping from the course I'm taking.
The drug and alcohol abuse is really increased tremendously.
Hold on. Don't write that down. He doesn't know. He doesn't live here. It's no worse here. It's no worse here. It's no worse here than Williams Lake, than KOHL, than Vancouver, than Montreal. It's the same everywhere. Why? Because I've done the same thing anywhere I've lived, and I've lived across this country. I've done the same thing in 100 Mile that I did in Williams Lake, that I did in Kelowna, that I did in Vancouver.
People that actually live here.
It's not worse. It's the same. Were you a hardcore drug abuser? Do you know?
But just because you were doesn't mean you know.
I know. I lived everywhere and did the same thing everywhere else.
I'm just talking about the people that actually live here and their opinion. It's not my opinion. It's
Right.
their.
Well, their opinion, it's not 100 Mile. It's everywhere.
Well,
like I said, I don't have a problem. If people want to smoke a doob, and like I said, they still live.
A war on drugs then?
Because there's only one way you fight it, and that's stop them when they're young. Because there's nothing you can do when they become adults. They have to do it themselves.
okay, I think that's all I need to tell the truth.
Great.
And it was good meeting you guys.
Good meeting you.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thank
listen,
you.
good luck. We'll
Thank
be
you.
looking out for you.
I don't need luck. This is destiny, fate, karma.
Okay, well, let's hope it helps.
That stuff's real. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Enjoy your day.
You too.
Dude, were you hairy at birth or what?
No, I didn't have a hair on my body until I was like 20 years old. Then all of a sudden, poof, my chest. Going like this. This would be good in a dozen months when you can take another picture and I'll be all fucking buffed up. Not the bottom angle. Fuck. Let me see that one. See? Now that's a cool picture. That's a cool picture.
Definitely gonna send.
Now look at that. See? Now doesn't that look better without a big fat fucking chin looking at you? That looks way nicer.
That's good.
Don't send any of the fat fucking chin ones or I'll kill you guys. I'm telling you right now. I'll hurt you tomorrow. I'm telling you flat out. I'm telling you. Don't believe me if you don't want to. I'll bend your fucking arms and your fingers. I've done it before.
How you doing?
Elias, this is Neil. He's never met you yet.
No.
How you doing? He's a pain in the ass.
This is a joke.
Let's go, Elias. He's busy with the fucking camera. The best, man. Here's your bet, Neil. If I don't sell out Neil and this costs me money, we'll take it back and I'll use it on my new spot on the street.
So you can have this one.
That's funny.
This was important to Clay to come up here and fight up here. And we're coming up because we made a commitment and we said we were going to come up. If we wanted to see what he can do, we would have put him in the ring in Montreal.
I trained a bit yesterday.
Oh, we looked up on this guy, did we tell you?
Yeah, and?
He has 9 fights.
Does he?
9 amateur fights.
Good.
No, but at least he...
Not a complete stiff.
That's it. He's 35.
Is he?
Yeah. He's born in 71. And he's an athlete, too, you know? He played hockey. He was drafted by the ELIAS.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, 11th round. Yeah.
You're satisfied with that?
Yeah. You?
Yeah.
All good. Stretch him out, nice and long. And turn the body. Just turn it. Boom. That's it. Come back.
What's your prediction for Saturday?
He's stronger than the other guy. Physically, I know he's stronger. And if he lands like he says he's going to land, he'll do okay.
Because there has been times I've been in the gym and I feel good. I've done 10 hard rounds, Neil.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys don't believe me, but I've done it. You know?
It'll all come back.
You coming to the fight?
No, I won't be far of it. I haven't been much for one for a gladiator sport. I just wouldn't feel comfortable watching him beat on somebody else or somebody else beating on him. I wouldn't. I'd come out of there with a bad feeling. Well, I've always thought anyway, he's basically too soft-hearted to be in that sport.
What do you mean by that?
He has too much feeling. He's a gentle giant. He's not a violent person, really. But, like I say, it's what he wants to do, so I guess finally I'm growing up to the fact that he's going to take his turn at it.
Good. Glad you dressed up for the occasion. Ça va? Ça va bien, toi?
When you asked me to come out here, I told you I would. And I did.
You don't know how much I appreciate you guys, I'm telling you.
I'm a complete nutter. I should be fucking put in a fucking asylum.
I'll be your roommate.
Exactly. Let me fill you in on another reality. You're not the heavyweight champion of the world either. I don't know if you knew that yet. See, this is where you gotta understand this line that you seem to draw in between reality and fantasy, okay? Sometimes you're leaning a little too much to the other side. Put the line over a bit, yeah.
Let's get through 100 Mile House BC.
Yeah, the 100 Mile House title is on the line tonight.
He's looking good.
How do you think he's gonna look in the ring then?
He's gonna win. Yeah.
How you doing? Hey, I'm coming.
Took this guy to KOHL, he kicked everybody's ass first round in the tough mat. He's gonna knock this bastard out.
Good. That gets the Clay Peters seal of approval.
That's good. I'm glad.
How's that look?
That's a fucking six-pack, isn't it? The entire keg, not just the six-pack.
I love this, because this is one book everybody judges by the cover.
All right.
Stick with the plan A, which is to keep the jab in his face, use your movement on him, pattern him with combinations, pop, 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 pop. Use your skill and speed, take over his massive brawn, you know what I mean?
This looks good, man.
You look real good, man. You look like a pro.
He now trains in Montreal with world-renowned Russ Amber, but of course he's from 100 Mile House.
He's bending to one side, he's trying to win big shots. You keep your hands close to you, you're going to see everything coming, okay? Don't pull your hands away from your head when he's throwing shots, all right? Listen, keep your package a little smaller. You'll be able to land that shot over, all right? Don't stand up so high. Don't stand up so high, okay?
fucking disappointed.
Don't blow your nose, eh? Don't blow your nose. Now you know.
Sorry I fucking lost. Thanks, Alex. It was a really good fight, though.
You made me proud.
I'm going back to work. Sorry, man. Let everybody down.
Sleeps, you change your attitude. Don't ever be sorry for
I'm going
anything.
back to work, for real. Yeah.
You don't merit the same attention and
Even went down.
try to give the play on tomorrow.
I suck, man. You didn't suck fuck all over there.
So what now? What are you gonna do?
What now? Now I'm gonna go to work.
Gonna work hard, baby.
In the gym. Real hard.
Now put this here and do not remove it till I tell you, yeah?
I am very disappointed, but it's gonna make me more determined than ever.
Okay.
I've done a lot of mouthing off, even back in the gym. But the time for mouthing off is officially over.
Are you hurt?
No. My emotions are hurt.
He's all right, he's all right. You know what? Your emotions are hurt because you're a fighter and you're a warrior and you want to win. And that's normal, they're supposed to be.
I tell you one thing, this taught me one lesson. A big mouth ain't gonna get you anywhere.
You know what?
What?
Maybe the worst thing that could have happened is if you would have won.
Maybe, you know. Sure show me how fucking shitty I really am.
You know, I give credit to Brian. He fought a good fight and he was in good shape and all he had to do was concentrate on the fight. Clay had to concentrate on 1,000 things. Lift your head up. Yeah, now just stay there for a while. Drink your Gatorade. Have a good time.
Sorry to let you down, guys.
I don't want to hear this post-fight shit of I got a lot of work. You fucking should have known that before.
Fair enough.
So just... You did everything you promised, and most importantly, you gave whatever you had. Whatever shape you were in, however feeble shape you were in, you gave every bit of it, okay? So we can't take none of that away from you, all right? So no more apologies.
Fair enough.
No more what you gotta do, just, it's done, it's over. The guy fought a good fight. You know, you had him in the first round and he stuck with his plan and he came back. Credit to the guy, you know?
Yeah.
What I would like to see Clay do? Well, I like to see Clay get some counseling along with his boxing journey. It's amazing that he's done what he's done in the last year, but he's just done the boxing. Now he has to do the other stuff. He has to do all the psychological stuff that he's not dealt with. I mean, addiction is forever, and boxing won't be forever. I hope he gets the counseling, the addiction counseling that he needs to go with it, so that he has total success in his life. He deserves it. He's a nice guy.
What's your prediction for Clay in the next year?
Well, he'll likely stay with what he's doing. He seems to have to prove something to himself. We all do. He wanted it, so we helped him out. Well, it's pretty well up to him.
Everyone, including me, felt a little deflated after Clay's loss. I guess I didn't realize how much of a believer I had become. It was really tough watching Clay being knocked down. It was like watching Goliath fall. I wondered how Clay was going to pick up the pieces and make a comeback. I thought about what Russ had said, that maybe losing the fight was the best thing that could have happened to him. Maybe this little dose of reality was exactly what Clay needed. One thing seemed certain, though. Clay's story was not finished, and neither was the movie.
Judging by the numbers, I didn't do the numbers. I'm not gonna make a paycheck here. I gotta do that towel job. I need to make some rent money. I gotta start today sometime. Beat up or not, it's gotta be done.
So what's the next step for Clay Peters right now?
In terms of giving up the dream, I'm not ready to quit. Like Russ said, you should retire and help your father. And Russ says that as a business sense. Russ's business is boxing. To him, make a living, that's the way to do it. Same as like my dad, that's the way he thinks. But I don't think like that. I have this dream, so.
Have you ever done any work on your addiction problem? Like psychological work?
No.
Met with counselors or anything?
No, I got no time for that.
What happens if that's also a problem? Like, I mean, you were addicted for a very long time.
It's always a problem.
Like, do you think you need to, shouldn't you try and work on that as well at the same time as you're working on getting back in shape?
Absolutely, I work on it every day.
What happens if maybe Russ or someone sets up some counseling meetings or something?
I won't go.
Why not?
It depends on who the counselor is. How could somebody that didn't do what I do counsel me? They can kiss my fucking ass. They don't know. I'm gonna do as much as I can do. Like you say, when I get back to the gym too, I'm gonna tell the young guys there, you know, stick to your guns. Stick to your guns and make it work, make it happen. Because you don't want to fucking end up like me and do the things I've done and have to live with the things that have happened. Because it ain't easy. It's hard and it hurts every day. It hurts. It hurts. But I'm not stopping, I'm not quitting. I can't stop. It's not over.
Clay and I planned to meet at Ring 83 a week after the fight. One of us never showed. Months went by and nothing. No one seemed to know where Clay was. Life wasn't quite the same without him. I missed the big guy. I couldn't get myself to finish the movie, so I shelved it. I started shooting a doc with David, the young gun from the gym. I followed him all the way to Morocco for the World Amateur Championships, only to have Russ shut the project down because he thought we were being too distracting. And who could blame him? Two years had now passed and still no word from Clay. I'd hear the occasional rumor about Clay working in some small town in some province somewhere. At least he was still alive. I'll admit, I was floundering without the big guy. I wanted to get back to the movie we were making and see how things would end. I was convinced I'd never see him again, until one day.
Hey, Clay! Are you back, you bastard?
Here I go. Turn the page.
What's going on, man?
Elias.
How you doing?
Good.
Let's get in here.
This is from Elias from like 2.5 years ago. Because I'm a Viking.
Where the hell you been? In January or in June of a couple of years ago,
yeah,
you had your fight out visa.
That's right.
You were supposed to come back a week after the fight.
Yes.
I thought you were dead. I thought you were up north.
That's what Russ Amber said to me. Hey, Clay, you're alive. I says, what do you know? So what happened? I went home. I started working. Hell, I was making $15,000 a month.
What?
Yeah.
Doing what?
Laying floors. You know?
So you must have a lot of money saved to
No.
start training. Why not?
It's all gone. Because I fell off the wagon again after being on the wagon for 8 months. Wiped her clean in 3 months. And then some. Okay, I'll be honest with you. I had fallen, in that time that I'd been to Montreal and got to the fight, I had fallen off the wagon a couple times. That's part of why the fight and everything didn't work out though. Because I wasn't honest.
How did you fall off the wagon?
Okay, here's what happened. Well, I was like I said, working every day, working like a madman.
Just like old times, Clay had a grand story to tell. Let me summarize. Clay went on to explain how he spent the last year up in northern BC making money hand over fist to eventually blow the whole load on crack cocaine.
How much money did you waste up there on that?
You want the truth?
Of course, yeah.
I don't know. I figure between money spent and money done and this and that, I think I did $60,000 worth of coke in 5 months.
Damn, dude.
And I ground myself right into the dirt, just like I'd planned. The last time I seen my mother, you know what she told me? She looked at me and said, "You're an embarrassment." That's what she said to me.
When did she say this?
A month ago. My mother called me an embarrassment.
But you don't exactly have a good record there, Clay.
Obviously I don't, but neither do they. I can admit it though. That's the difference.
Your sister made a comment after the fight.
Yeah.
She said you maybe should think about getting help. If I get you someone to talk to, would you talk to them? To help?
No.
Why not?
Because I know what I need. I still believe though, if I ever lose that belief and don't get this done, I will be a lost soul. But I won't be. No fucking way. Because I swear this fucking time, I'm never going back to that. Because it's gross. Complete waste of fucking life.
See what happens.
Oh, we will. Like I said, get ready.
See what happens.
Let me tell you, it's gonna be 6 months though. Before I really get
You said all this shit before, bro.
Yeah, but
just do it. Just do it.
It's the, can you see that? That's how the documentary ends. Me fist fighting James Toney. Then it's gonna go the end.
Clay promised that he was going to get back in shape after 6 months. Well, 6 months passed and he was barely going to the gym. And he was gaining more weight than he was losing. We had a couple of arguments about him needing to understand that he was not going to kick this by himself. Especially when he was about to get kicked out of his own apartment.
So what's the story, big guy? Come on, open up. What's going on?
I come up and see you.
I want to see you, man. I'm worried about you. I hear you're getting...
I'm moving out.
Why are you moving out, dude?
Come on, let me in.
What is he moving? We're making a documentary.
I'm trying to make a man out of him, and it's difficult. Because he keeps fucking up, and he doesn't want to admit it.
I'll admit it.
Okay, admit it now.
I fucked up.
Okay. How many times?
Well, every time.
Do you need help?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Who's laughing in there?
Danny, that's not funny. Yeah, he's laughing.
Why is Simon throwing him out?
I don't know. Did you pay your rent?
No. I said, fuck him. I could pay right now.
Hey, there's one thing.
What?
Between you and friends, okay? The guy was nice, okay?
I know. Yeah, but he's... Yeah, I know.
Doesn't matter.
I know.
Who can do that for you in here?
Yeah.
Or anywhere, nobody. Even the dad can do that for you.
Yeah, I'll see you later.
What the fuck's going on, Clay? Seriously, man. What the fuck? You're getting thrown out of your fucking apartment. You fucking smoked all this crack with your fucking rent money. You're fucking killing me, dude. You really are.
I'm killing myself. No, it's not that bad. I made progress. The thing is, I cannot go back. It's everything is, it's hell. It's hard. But I think I'll get there.
Yeah, see, there you go with the positive. No, you're not getting there. Without any help, you're
I'm
not
going
getting
to get
there.
it. What the fuck? You don't think that's in progress? You think that's a joke? I'm getting it right one time in my life. I'm going to the Pavilion Foster Drug and Alcohol Treatment Center. I got orientation on July the 17th at 12:30. Hopefully I can get clean and stay clean once and for all. Because obviously I can't do it myself. I got it all planned out. If I could just do this one thing.
Do you hear yourself?
I do hear myself.
You're starting again, you fucking
not starting. I never stopped.
You started.
I never stopped.
What do you mean?
I never stopped thinking like that. Fuck. If I could just do this one fucking thing, it might happen. That's all I got. Fuck.
So after getting kicked out of his apartment, Clay found new shelter on familiar grounds, back on the streets of Montreal. This time, however, he started getting some therapy once a week.
All my ways have failed miserably in the end. Because I've been close. I've climbed those stairs, man. I've knocked on the door, and then I rolled back down the stairs. This time I think I'm gonna climb the stairs and boot the door open. It's my spot. And everybody leaves it for me.
Clay continued living on the streets for months while keeping his weekly schedule with his therapist. Call it luck or call it a sign. By midwinter, his luck had turned. A woman who he had met at the mission offered Clay an apartment at the church, free of charge.
I was like Rosemary, I was like, if you're gonna invite me inside, you're gonna have a hard time getting rid of me, I mean, you let me in and I'm not gonna wanna go. I mop, I sweep, I clean, anything they want, I say yes to it all. And I'll do it with a smile. And I'm happy to do it because look what I get. This is my living room, my kitchen's over here. This is my bedroom window. Isn't it beautiful? Oh. There's my biggest problem. Anger. Turns out I've got anger issues. This is therapy. This is my homework for therapy.
So basically now you with your therapist have figured out that I guess the best thing for you to do now is the next step, which is tomorrow. What's going on?
I need a clean streak.
It's a big day for you, big guy.
Yeah.
Nah. You'll be out of there in a couple of days.
AWOL in 3 days.
What's the first thing that you're going to do here?
Don't know. I have no idea. They're gonna put me in a straight jacket and throw me in a round padded room, and 30 days later they'll let me out. This is gonna be hard. This is gonna be the hardest thing I ever did. I do what I want, when I want, how I want, as much as I want. I don't care what anybody says.
And look where that's got you.
That's right. It's got me in this car with you going this way. This is the right way, though. See? God's looking out for me. What can I say? I'm like the Blues Brothers. I'm on a mission from God.
I got somewhere to go. Can't you see? I got some place to be. But I got stones in my pathway. They've been weighing down on me. Don't you care? My wings are clipped, my fists are bare. Can't you hear? Time to face my
1 month.
Okay.
I kept wondering how Clay was getting along over at the center. And then one day, I found out.
Yeah. So talk to me. What's going on?
Stuff in here, Elias, as far as the structure and everything. You know what I mean?
Well, for sure, man.
And lots of times I question it, and I'm. What can I say, Elias? I'm confrontational, anyways. You know what I mean? I think they've decided that it might be best if I do leave.
So they're the ones encouraging you to go?
Yes, been very confrontational today. That's why.
This was the ultimate test for Clay. He was no longer in charge, and that's unfamiliar territory. Clay,
Alright.
talk to me. What's going on?
Not much. I want to finish it.
You gonna finish it? You gonna go till Wednesday?
Wednesday, yeah.
I'm proud of you, man.
Wednesday at 1.
I'm fucking proud of you. Good job.
Fuck, it wasn't easy. I'll tell you one thing. If it's Clay versus Clay, I'm telling you right now, that Clay versus this Clay, it's 2 different Clays, I think. Well, not yet, but I'm well on my way, you know what I mean? I think I've learned about being in your life.
Yeah?
My poor mother.
What do you mean?
My poor mother. Because if I can test these people's limits and boundaries in a short time, and in the environment that I am here, my poor mother, who I've been doing that to for 20 years, makes me think a little bit, you know? I think I'm growing up a little bit.
Nah.
How the hell did this happen?
Okay, man.
Talk to you Tuesday.
Good to hear you're staying.
Oh, yeah, I had no choice.
All right, dude. Take care.
Okay, see you. Talk to you Tuesday, Elias.
Bye.
Bye.
What the hell is that?
It's my little notes.
You're worthy? Breathe? Come here, I can't see that.
Oppositional. Oppositional but lovable. You're worth it. Oh, I like this one. Think before you speak.
That's Clay.
Here's the other one. Remember, it's not the destination, it's the journeys, you know? I'm gonna be the heavyweight champion, you know what I mean? But first, you better do the work first.
That's awesome, dude. I fucking love it. Well, get your ass in here.
Trunk? What a fucking experience that was. That's the hardest thing I ever had to do.
So how do you feel, dude?
I feel optimistic.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I feel very good. It's the hardest. I'm not gonna swear so much. Supposed to be making a little documentary with the kids. I got back to thinking all the swearing I've done. It'd be hard to get anything less than an R-rated. One thing about being smart for your own good is you're dealing with smart people who've been around this problem for a long time, and you can't really outsmart them. You know what I mean?
You've seen this before.
Yeah. This first couple days I was there, I was really angry.
What was it? Was it?
Well, it was me.
Biochemical?
No, it was the fact that I fucking put myself there because I can't rein myself in enough myself. You know, I gotta. So I was pissed off, and I'm pissed off with the structure, and that's where Marjorie was great. They kill you with kindness. My ego took a severe beating in there.
Oh yeah?
Which was good for me. No, but you work on like things like instead of being aggressive or passive, you be assertive. Like, I feel frustration, Elias, when you treat me like a drug addict. I need you to stop doing that. That's assertive.
Okay. It's one of the things, like, I've kind of I've literally written you off in the sense, whatever comes out of your mouth, I've been disappointed by you, and I'm trying to hold myself off from hoping that you're not just a big fucking yapper, which you've been until this far.
Yeah, but with that, Elias, sorry, continue.
Ooh, look at him. Who is this guy before me?
Use the tools in your toolbox. Oh, brother. He's not heavy. He's my brother. Let's have a hug, Elias. Hey, Lois. How are you? Good. Thanks for the ride.
Keep it up, dude.
See ya. See you guys. Goals that I want to work on this week. Understanding early recovery better and not being overconfident. Because that made me realize I am in early recovery. I fought it. No, I'm not. I've done major things since I come off the rampage, and yeah, sure I did. Bottom line is, I'm still repeating that cycle. And it's one of the things I wanted to break. One of the educators added, listen and be open-minded. one of the things that I have a hard time with. Be more modest and consider learning the workshops and doing the therapy and all that. It's like imprinting that on my brain instead of imprinting the use on my brain. So that when the times come up, I can fucking reach into my toolbox and go, wait, hold on, time out. We don't want to do this. Where does this lead? Oh, that's right. To fucking misery and sorrow and pain. Hold on, let's not do this. With my mom, I think about it a lot. I think with her, I don't think I've given it a chance enough. I don't know why, but I think part of it is it helps me hang on to that bit of that anger. And in some ways, that anger can make you strong and powerful, and and anger's a powerful thing, but it's powerful in a destructive way, not a constructive way. I phone my father now. I talk to my mother. I talk to my sister, and it's fantastic.
I've been here for 5 days, 6 days. We've hung out an awful lot. Talked about
More
family,
than ever.
Talked about family, talked about friends.
It's too much work to be angry and to be, like I said, somebody could be 5,000 miles away and you could be all, what for, It's just,
that energy is just.
it just drains you. It's too much work.
I mean, I've been in Montreal a couple of times in the winter time, but each time the place been using, so I sat here all by myself, just wait for him to come home. But this time here, it was good.
It's been good. It's been good. I don't want to, have a hateful and angry relationship with my mom forever. And that's no good. It's no good for me. It's no good for her. It's no good for anybody. 15-2.
Oh, good.
For me, the anger was a big enabler for me. It justified me using. I say my poor mother, as mothers go, they carry you, they birth you, they nurture you. And then, then my mother has to sit around and try to watch me kill myself. It can't be easy on a mother, or a father, or a sister. I definitely know it wasn't easy on myself. You're not the only one that suffers addiction. The people that love you do too. My parents split up, and it made it tough. It was very tough. It was tough on me, and at the time, for my father, he used to drink, and he would take painkillers too. But what really helped for me, I'm cracking up here. When you use, you get mad at yourself. I hate myself when I use. When I got past that anger, it helped me understand, what my family had to go through too. My father, my mother, and my sister. It helped me forgive them. Because, each of us has our own issues, but in doing so, it helped me. I was able to forgive myself, which really helps. It's a big, like I said, it's a big weight. It's a big weight off my shoulders.
Shortly after, Clay returned home to join his father in the family business. While in BC, Clay continued working on his addiction. This time, he attended therapy meetings with his dad.
When I went to therapy with him, you know, he was so lucky because he had people that cared. Going into that therapy, well, there's 50 or 60 kids in there. Kids? No, not kids. 50 or 60 people, a good range of ages. And, you know, they're lost. They're lost souls because the only place they get to go is that church room and they have a cup of coffee, and still donuts. And there's not a person in the world that cares about them. So I said to Clay, you know, look, you got people that love you. These people, nothing. So that's what he's looking at now, eh? He's thinking, yeah, Dad, maybe you're right. So, and then he didn't make it.
The one thing about Clay that I've, why I felt so close to him and I felt the way I did about him is because Clay had a conscience. He wanted to redeem himself for the things that he'd done wrong in his life. He wanted to try and make amends for it. Not just for him, but for the other people that he came in contact with. I'm sorry, but that really, it's hard. It's hard to see that because that's like looking at his son. And a guy I know, his heart was that big and he wanted to please everybody. And that's why I love that big guy.
There's been a ton of fights. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. A week later, they're not in the gym anymore. Which is why I say I had to. God forced me to take this guy in because of what he did. Because he came all the way across the country to be here. Who was I to tell him to get lost? Who was I to close the door on it?
Clay was spiritually in love with wanting to be a hero, his own hero and hero to others.
He was always smiling and helping everybody out. He was someone who had a big heart and was willing to give and help other people. Clay was like an addict of life. He wanted to push forward and go 100% no matter what he did.
He was quite a character, Clay. He was a great guy. I love training with this guy. He was great energy to have around. Always push me, make jokes. Hey, Dave, come on, you can do it. I'm gonna be world champion too,
Had to have him come into the gym as an example to the other kids of just how far you can fall and still want to get back up again. If he didn't become champion of the world, he certainly left his mark on the people he came across. I miss the dude, actually. I wish we could have done more with him because he was a good guy.